This video is an example why you should never try to make a workout with a narcissist. Narcissistic people are not compatible with anybody. They're not compatible. Because even when you try to, it looks like I have a white screen behind me. Even if you try to help them change, this is what they do. Let's watch this. This is a perfect example of a narcissist.
Wife and I do.
Yeah, we're doing good.
I would say my wife and I are doing very well. Our communication is every day we're working on it. And I want to let you guys know I apologize for how the dinner ended last time.
One of the things about narcissists is that they either don't apologize or apologize too much. They learned that if they apologize and act contrite, people will forget about the things that they did in the past. They focus on your selective memory. They focus on the fact that if you like them, your brain will change the way you view the things he's done in the past. If you like him, it'll change things for the positive in your mind. If you don't like him, everything he does is shit. But let's see what happens when this girl tried to actually work it out with him. She tried to be considerate, and what narcissistic people do is that they use your considerate nature, your niceness, and turn it against you.
I seen y'all, but you guys got to see I care for my wife. And Dr. Pepper, she has some concerns.
So now this is when he went to therapy. They went to couples therapy and this is why they can't change. Watch this.
I said, okay, let's talk about it. She said, what bothers me, and it's clear, you belittle your wife and you make yourself seem more superior. So I said to Dr. Pepper,
so now he's getting triggered, right? Because now he's being confronted with reality. And the last thing that narcissistic men want is reality, because they can't stand looking at themselves in the mirror, knowing they are this monster who they deep down think they are.
I said, no, I think you got the wrong perception of us. My wife is very reserved, and I'm out there, I speak a lot. I like to talk, we all know that.
People, this is an example of a guy you shouldn't date.
And so if I'm talking
the guy's like,
a lot, it could seem like...
Is that Barbara Streisand? No.
Maybe I'm talking like trying to belittle you or something. I asked my wife, do I belittle you? And that's the same reaction I got. It was just a laugh and like,
what?
You? And that's the
yeah, bitch. She's like, yeah, you do belittle me, my lord. See, the thing is that narcissistic men think they have nothing wrong, and first of all, that's a fake smile. If I've ever seen one, the eyes are not wrinkly. It's a forced smile. You could tell she's using those facial muscles to squeeze that smile out of her.
Same reaction I got. It was just a laugh and like, I can't believe your conversation was this.
Wow. You know what's crazy, people? You guys might think he doesn't believe his own lie, but I think he believes it. The thing is about narcissists is that they have no self-awareness. They have no self-awareness. They don't understand, or maybe they do, how they're coming across. And so it's very hard to change them. And also their ego is so fucking fragile that they can't admit to being wrong. And so what they do is that they abuse you because they lack self-esteem. They use you as an object of self-esteem. So you're not a person to them no more. To them, you're an object of self-esteem. They use you to feel better about themselves. And if you try to leave them, or if you try to stand up for yourself, it's almost like your limb moving on its own and you have no control over it. You're going to get frustrated because they don't see you as an individual. They see you as an object that they use to parasite self-esteem from you.
She said, I heard. Yeah. So I had to remind Dr. Pepper or tell her, it's cool that you heard, but I'm a grown man. I don't do the he said, she said game. And I feel like as an expert, you shouldn't take the he said, she said. Get a good grasp of two people and then bring it.
Jesus Christ, man. I mean, honestly, watching this just blows my mind. Who the hell is this kid's parent?
Bring the man around, but don't go off of he said, she said, because Dr. Pepper's did it help me? Not at all.
Oh, the vein is popping out, Mimo. People, the vein is popping out. You know? Like, I hate the fact that people that look like him, people are going to think they're narcissists. Puerto Rican looking motherfuckers, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
90% of it was a waste. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Holy shit.
I felt like it was a waste because I could have met with the expert and really talked about something that helps my marriage, but I didn't.
Ladies, there's no changing. If you get in a relationship with a guy and you see how he is now, and deep down in your heart you say, well, if I change this and I change that, walk away. Bitch, you're not Bob the Builder. Sorry about that. Sorry about saying bitch, but you're not Bob the Builder. You're not Bob the Builder, right? You don't just, men are not like houses. You don't just say, oh, I gotta put some paint on that, and then I gotta fix the roof. That's not how things work. You take him how he is now. And if he's not good enough the way he is now, you walk away. You don't try to change it. You don't try to fix him. You don't try to take him to fucking therapy with Barbara Streisand. You walk away. It might drain you as a person, but it fuels them. And what fuels them is pretty much your energy.
Is that the marriage is going well, that you care about each other, that you're feeling closer to one another. So to me, that's the win, regardless of anything else.
Yeah, he's pretty pissed off. Look at that. Because I can promise you he's never done that. I can promise you he's never been in a situation where he has to confront his issues like the way he is, right? It's like when you're broke and you got to look at your bank account. It's disturbing, right? And imagine somebody forcing you to look at your bank account when you know deep down what's behind your bank account is nothing. That's pretty much what happens when you force somebody to get therapy when they don't want to. They don't want to look at the damage that they actually do. They want to stay in this little reality where they are pretty much the king of their reality and everyone else is miserable. And they don't want to. It's like, how they say the emperor has no clothes.
Maybe our one-on-one, she it didn't come out right, so I was happy that she cleared the air. But
look at his face, yo. He's like a kid that didn't get candy.
This is me and Katina's marriage, and this is how we get along. We can't shape it to make a marriage.
But look, bro, she legit looks like a goddamn prisoner next to him.
America happy or anybody else happy. We're gonna shape it that makes her and I both excited to see each other.
Like, honestly, any second I could feel like she's gonna read a ransom note to us. I mean, seriously, this looks like
Nothing is always perfect. Your relationship's not perfect, and you know that, okay? But the one thing that I do know about you, Katina, is that you have resolution in mind.
And that's the issue, is that she has resolution in mind, and he thinks everything's right. That type of disconnection, you can't fix that. Because he thinks there's nothing to fix.
So irrespective of what's going on, your first thing is, how do we resolve this? How do I bring peace?
Unfortunately, the way to resolve this situation is just leave. Pull the plug. Amputate this parasite. Because there's no winning. There's no fixing the situation. There's no changing him. In fact, the person who's going to change more is not him, it's you.
That is a beautiful thing, and that's what you need in your world. This woman is exactly what you need.
Nah, nigga. No, he don't. No, he needs to be alone. He needs to be somewhere where he's not gonna. He needs to be with another narcissist so that he can really see what it is to date somebody like that. And by the way, if you know that one of your friends is a narcissist, and you're hooking that narcissistic friend with somebody that's not a narcissist, you should be goddamn ashamed of yourself. There are some people that I know that they're loving friends, but I would never recommend anybody to date them. Because they're fucking psychos. And you have a lot of people who recommend other friends who they know they're fucking crazy. And because I've known people who were recommended people in churches that were good. By the pastor literally recommended this person to a family of mine. And that dude ended up being a narcissistic person. A drug addict. Well, there's nothing wrong with being into drugs, but when they talk about crack, like now you're just being negligent recommending somebody like that.
I hope you're hearing me, boy. This woman,
Boy, you better be hearing me.
is exactly what you need. Do you hear me?
I always say that's one of the best things I love about my marriage, and I'm not in love.
He say he's not in love?
Resolved about my marriage, and I'm not in love.
This guy said he's not in love. You see, and these are the situations she just has to walk away. This woman does not know the meaning of walking away, goddammit.
But we resolve things, and I think it's because it's in her. It's in her.
Can I
she
speak to
keeps
that
us
real quick?
balanced.
You said I'm not in love.
Yes.
Right? You committed to her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at this guy. This guy he can't even out.
You committed to her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe that's true.
You want anybody else?
No, I mean, no. I don't-
Wow, this guy can't even. You see, what I like about him is that he can't even lie with a straight face. Look at that guy, man. He said, he pretty much said, do you only want to be with her? He can't even say yeah completely.
I'm just asking a question. I'm just asking.
No.
Okay, all right. Love is making a decision to commit to fulfilling another person's legitimate needs. The feelings come after that. And most people...
I think this guy just wants to be on TV. That's my only explanation for this, right? And the equivalent of this guy just wants to be on TV is the equivalent of, I just think he wants to feel validated by you and he doesn't love you. He just likes the validation you give him. You are a trophy wife. You are somebody he uses to show off, but not appreciate. He shows you off, but he doesn't appreciate you. And you gotta understand, when a guy doesn't appreciate you, what tends to happen is that you end up not appreciating yourself. Because you care about their opinion of you, and a lot of the time, it'll become your own self-opinion. Because you're allowing yourself to care about somebody's opinion whom they don't care about you in return. You learn to internalize that type of thinking.
People are in love before they think they are.
Love's not a yes or no question. Love is something that grows.
Love is like a crystallization, where you put a piece of wood in a cave or mine, I think that's what it's called, and a week later that wood will be crystallized with crystals, right? Over time, as the day goes by, the wood becomes crystallized, and that's how it is with people. People are just average people, but then the more time you spend with them, they become crystallized and they become more than a person. And what happens, the way that happens is in conjunction with your imagination and your emotions. When you begin to imagine them a certain way, and then you begin to react emotionally with love and a desire to get closer to them, which enhances what you see. But in reality, that enhancement isn't really reality. They're just normal. But that's the process of falling in love. It's an imaginary thing.
I feel more in love with my husband than I did in the beginning. Doesn't mean I wasn't in love in the beginning. It just gets bigger
and deeper. Why is he sad? Why is he looking sad? I mean, seriously, like, as tough as he is, he definitely has like a sad puppy look, to be honest. Like a sad pit bull puppy look. Anyways, we're not gonna continue with this guy, man. This guy is just the personification of toxicity. I think that if you find yourself in a situation with a guy like this, the solution is not to fix him. The solution is to fix the situation by leaving, right? You don't try to change him. You leave. Because if you stay, you pretty much change for the worse, all right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man, Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control, and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.